What is up, everybody,
Yeah.
and welcome in to SEC After Dark. I'm Jake Thomas with Stephen Willis, pretty much the only podcast for Ole Miss that you need to be listening to. And Locked on Ole Miss, and he's got like 1 billion subscribers now, something like that. And what about 10,000 shows under your belt? It's insane. What a run!
It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. A whole lot of fun though. I will say that.
Absolutely. Mike Huseman right above me here. All season After Dark. He is killing it. Who'd you have this past week, Hughes?
Most recent one was Florida International.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Go Panthers. Their Miami Vice uniforms are sick, by the way.
He was wearing one of the originals. But it was
Nice.
awesome. Yep.
nice. And of course, beside me here is Jeff Beecham. He's just a dude.
I'm just here.
Just a
Hanging out.
dude. And I'm Jake Thomas, Talk Live, Bama After Dark. That's where you can find me at. So, fellas, what's going on with this breakaway potentially happening with the ACC and Big Ten?
Well, you want me to? Yeah, I will go ahead and start it off. It started about. I started talking about it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the Big 12 and the ACC, in a gambit to try and equalize funding, is trying to push this whole media rights pooling situation to where everybody goes into the same pot for media rights, and like they control the windows of what's going on and all of that. So Ole Miss made about $73 million a year ago. The highest paid team in the ACC made about 41. That was FSU. That's a $30 million difference. At the best guess of the Big 12, it comes out to $7 billion annually, which sounds really impressive. It sounds really great until you realize you divide that by 136, and that's $51 million a year. So that's about $20 million a year of a haircut that the Big Ten and the SEC would have to take. So obviously they weren't in favor of that.
No.
The SEC and the Big Ten wants the rules and the compliance and the way that the governing body governed to be actually modernized, and for them to take time to do that, they will not do that. So we are at an impasse to where the SEC is talking about governing themselves, which honestly they're not going to do, but they're going to talk about that right now. And you are probably 1 minute away from midnight away from an SEC Big Ten breakaway. And the question then becomes North Carolina, Clemson, Virginia, Kansas, those schools that are going to have a home in a major conference, do they come along? And there's a chance, I think 48 teams or something are on their own in the SEC, Big Ten, Super League, whatever you want to call it, Premier League of college football, probably within 10 years from where we are right now. It is really, really close and just teetering on a knife's edge.
It sounded like Greg Sankey was kind of opposed to the whole thing. Are we just going to go random, or do you think he'll go along with it if the Big Ten wants to do it? Or?
I think they will absolutely go along with it. Now, there has to be some posturings like, hey, we will stick around if you will help us out and kind of do what we want and all of that. But at the end of the day, they had a meeting today where they talked, we'll do something a little bit different, do it on our own if we can't get it from the NCAA. And that's where we sit right now. The question just kind of becomes, what does it look like? Once they decide to enforce and govern themselves in the SEC, that's a breakaway from the NCAA coming. And then it's just a matter of what exactly you want this to look like, and you can kind of build it up.
One thing I wonder about in that scenario, obviously the heavyweights will be the driving forces here, but your more pedestrian schools in the SEC and Big, your Mississippi States, Rutgers, Maryland, are these schools involved in that? Just because they're in the conferences now, do the heavyweights keep them around, or do they say, sorry, we need bigger brands?
No, they will not do that for this singular reason. They do not want an 11, 12 game schedule of nothing but how they view haymakers being. You want Rutgers, you want Mississippi State, you want that on the schedule
One team nobody
Purdue.
talks about, I think, is a lock to be in this format is Boston College, because they're the only team in a major market up there.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically Rutgers is Tony Soprano's team.
Yep.
That's true, though. With the breakaway, you would be losing a lot of cupcakes, I guess, or whatever. I mean, your out of conference schedule would still be really difficult if you're only playing Big Ten or the big schools that come with you.
Well, this is one thing that you need to look at as well. There is no problem with NCAA schools playing NAIA schools. You see that at the lower levels to where teams play NAIA schools. So if you can play outside of the NCAA, if you can play outside the NCAA, that means you can still schedule the cupcakes.
That's a good point.
And we've been wanting Notre Dame to join a conference forever now. This would be a way to get them to do it.
They would be in the Big Ten tomorrow.
Right. Oh, look who's on.
Wow.
Hey, guys.
Straight from Naples, Florida.
Look at that background.
I was going to say, live from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Live from the bar area, actually.
There ain't nothing in that.
Nice.
Cabinet looks like. So.
Well, those are all glasses. All the good stuff is behind me.
Gotcha.
Most of it we drank it all. So stock.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Went fishing today. It was great, man.
Nice.
Corey, we're talking about the SEC Big Ten breakaway. So, what's your thoughts on that at the moment?
I kind of think it needs to happen. I'm all for that. I mean, I don't want the ACC and Big 12 trying to steal money from us because they can't make that money.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. I think, Steve, you called it communism.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely. It literally, the Big 12 plan is by the federal government taking a commission and control of the media rights and scheduling. It is literally the federal government taking the means of production, the textbook definition of communism.
Yeah, so we don't want that in college football. So let's just go ahead and get our own league. Let's go 40 teams. Let's cap it at 40 teams. You have some, you can set up your own playoffs and your own, and
I don't think they should cap it at 40. I think you should cap it at 48. And I'll tell you why in just a second.
Okay.
I'm on board with that number too, by the way.
48 is good for me.
Yeah.
48 means every team gets into their NCAA tournament, whatever they have, and it sets up a nice crisp bracket. Like Ole Miss versus Michigan could be a first round game, which is replacing a 1 versus 16, but Ole Miss actually has a chance to beat Michigan as opposed to Michigan just running through.
Yeah.
Can we take can we tier this thing and bring a couple of group of 5 conferences with us and have them play their own set too, and just have them govern them too? That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of
It would be really interesting if you wanted to do it. They would never do it because of what it would mean, but have kind of a promotion and relegation like European soccer.
You can set that up.
That would be
I'll take the Sun Belt. And some of those G5 teams that are in major cities, if you were playing the heavyweight teams, you would have good TV viewership.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're North Texas,
South Florida,
San Diego State, like if you're playing a heavyweight, people would watch those games.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, Georgia State would draw good. Kennesaw State would draw good because they're still in that footprint of Atlanta. Who else?
What about stadium size, though, for those smaller schools? Would they be able to hold like 50,000 people?
I just think they would need to be able to function at this level. They don't need 50,000 people. It doesn't matter if you play in a 30,000 seat stadium. That age is done. This is kind of a made for TV thing at this moment. I think it's more important that you can pay your roster.
Yeah, you're right.
Pay your roster, get as many good players as you can, make the stadium experience as best as you can for those that do go, and then go from there. If you can pay your guys.
Hammond, what's your thoughts on it?
The Super League?
Yeah, the
potential breakaway.
I think it's coming eventually. I don't know when, but it seems like that's kind of the only way that all these other issues get solved, because you need to have authority, and nobody has that at the moment. I think I think 48's a good number. We were talking a little bit about that last night on Biscuits and SEC. Like,
it was a very good segment. You guys did
yeah,
a good
how job. Basically who's in control, right? Because if the SEC and the Big Ten do split away, then from that point forward, there is no SEC and Big Ten, right? So there's no loyalty to Rutgers, let's say, because hey, we're starting this new thing. If you're not competitive or investing or have a good TV draw, like, it's not about you used to be in the Big Ten with me. It's about what can you do for us moving forward. So I don't really know what the number would be, but 48 sounds good because that's the lion's share of your P4, I guess, at this point. And then I like the idea of relegation. They also would never do it, but I love that idea because you could, just
it's
put something
the
on the
ADs
line.
are people are too risk averse, I think, to like that. Another one would be, say you did get relegated, you're having an entirely new roster the next year. Nobody's sticking around for that.
Yeah.
No, you're going straight transfer portal.
Yeah, it's just like
Oklahoma
the
State in
soccer
2026
teams.
and Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah, but in this system, you might be able to have guys on multi-year deals, right? If you're not beholden to the NCAA anymore or the school calendar, I don't know what this exactly looks like, but perhaps you could get to a point where these guys are on legit multi-year deals, not multi-year NIL deals that they can go to Miami for when Miami calls with a bag.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say in that case, you may end up in core systems and figure out what the judges decide.
One of the things that's going to be mandatory for these 48 teams, since you're only governing 48 teams, is collective bargaining.
Yeah,
You're going to see that you can make the rules modernized for this world because you're not
uniform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good God, guys!
I know.
Make a free throw.
That's so maddening. You play basketball and you can't have free throws.
Yeah. Yeah. You better make the next one, and then you got a foul on a foul going down the field or court.
Steve, for a second there, I didn't know what the heck you were talking about. I was like, oh yeah, Ole Miss is playing.
Hammer, you're in Boston.
Ole Miss blew a 23-point lead.
Do the Super League draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would. We could do a Super League draft, like a snake draft.
And if we had 8
Not the NFL draft.
Yeah.
6 or 8 people that lines
that's
up.
getting crazy. I like it.
I think that as it goes, every team from the SEC and the Big Ten will get in. They're going to be grand. That's like 35 teams, I think, 34 teams, something like that.
It's an even number, so it would be 34, yes.
34. So you have 14 teams to find. You have Florida State, you have Clemson, you have Miami, you have Boston College, as Mike said earlier.
I think you have Utah, BYU, Arizona State.
Yeah, North Carolina, Virginia, probably NC State.
Houston.
But you're going to see, Kansas is definitely going to be in because they're going to try and corner the basketball market.
Mm-hmm.
I think teams like Ohio, Iowa State, Baylor, that'll be interesting.
TCU and SMU.
Yeah, I would think the DFW schools.
I will also say, people are hating on them now. Texas Tech is in. Their financial power, they will not be left out.
Yeah, they're going to get bought in, is what they. I talked with John Williams of Locked On Sooner. Cody Campbell, who wants everything pulled, he will make sure Texas Tech gets a seat at the table. It might cost $1 billion, but he'll make sure that happens.
One of the interesting things about this, if it were to happen, and Steve, you brought up within possibly the next 10 years. So let's just say it happens in 8 years from now. Will Greg Sankey still be the SEC commissioner, or will a new commissioner be one delegating all of this?
Yeah, I hope not, because his 9-game
Great
conference
question.
schedule, his 9-game conference schedule thing, was one of the biggest mistakes that I can remember. It was set up around a system with automatic qualifiers. He caved to public pressure, did those in, and then all of a sudden you just added 8 losses to your team.
His contract runs through 2028, so I don't know if he'll get extended or not. But
so who would be the?
He's 61 right now, so
who would be the?
He probably won't be there then, honestly.
Right?
They just hired
especially because
from a professional league.
Yeah, you'd have to get somebody pro because he probably just wouldn't want to take that on.
Right.
quit his job with the Predators. To
Hunter Yurchek could probably do it if we asked him nice enough.
No.
He would have to think about it.
Oh God. Corey, stop.
You need to find somebody that was in the top 2 to take the NFL commissioner Roger Goodell's job next, and hire the other one.
It's probably an NFL GM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jerry Jones,
or like a president.
Jerry Jones, no, God, no.
No. Yeah, I mean, if you look at like viewership or dollar signs, it's the NFL and then college. So in theory, whoever held this role, probably would be a very high up person from the NFL, because it's basically, the only sports job less powerful than the NFL commissioner.
I wonder if Tony Petitti would leave his current job to do it. Realistically, he would make sense as Big Ten commissioner. A guy like that could do it.
Troy Vincent is the second highest position behind Roger Goodell, and
he is
NFL.
That is
football,
true.
So,
and he would be interesting because whatever this thing is going to be is going to have a singular leader at the top. There's going to be an SEC commissioner, a Big Ten commissioner, whatever's going on. They do their AL, NL thing. There's going to be somebody at the top. Yep. So that's the person that probably needs to be the professional, and then you have the SEC and the Big Ten doing their thing.
Right.
All right, guys, rebound the ball.
Rebound.
Rebound.
You got to rebound it. Yeah, we got Tennessee and Vandy in a 3-match.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-match is the third rematch. Just so you know.
Did Gamecocks and Sooners tip off yet?
Not yet. It's after this game.
Okay.
What, 30 minutes after or something like that?
This game's taking its time.
I stopped caring about a weekend.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. At the dawn, then got beat. I bet you just kind of
now the question, because
they'll still be a 1 seed.
The question is, at this point, does Ole Miss own Georgia?
Ole Miss is just having a great run.
They're having a great run against Georgia.
Yeah, they won 14 games this year, and 2 of them was at Georgia, and 1 was in the Stegosaurus. And the playoff happened. And right now, whatever it is, it's crazy.
That's true.
I think whoever wins this, we're probably going to be Ole Miss at this point, plays Alabama next, I believe.
Yeah, they'll get Ole Miss.
Yep.
Which good for them. They were terrible this year, but
I'm gonna say normally that'd be great because Ole Miss was bad, but they're on a roll right
Steve,
now.
are you doing a reaction to this one?
No, I quit doing basketball reactions a long time ago.
Hey, it's all about getting hot at the right time, and looks like Ole Miss is getting hot.
That's true. But they still have 3 more games to win. They no way they have the legs to do that.
You think Auburn should get in with their record?
No, heck no. And Miami of Ohio absolutely should get in.
I agree.
31-1. Yes, Miami of Ohio should get in.
Yeah, I agree.
And if they
don't, I don't think Auburn has any business.
Yeah.
And they should get in not in the first 4. They should just get in. They should be a 12 or a 13 on their own in the tournament.
I agree. Even in that league, it's impressive to go, undefeated the entire season. I mean, they're probably tired. That's the reason why they got beat today. And my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially did y'all see the article about all the teams they tried to schedule?
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
wanted
to
schedule the Lakers,
the
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Everybody said no.
They said
no. Next is Texas A&M and Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Okay.
Should be pretty good, yeah.
One thing that's funny to me is all the people that had to pay to cover this tournament, and they were planning on going home after the first night against Texas, and they were getting ready to stay for night 3.
Yeah.
They probably didn't pack more than two changes of clothes.
They're like honey,
somewhere.
I'll be home tomorrow. No, you won't. No, you won't. Ole Miss says, not so fast, my friends.
Yeah.
It's that weird resentment. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Okay. I'm happy. Everything's good.
So 14 teams between the ACC and the Big 12 will get in, or the G5. There could be a G5 team or two that, like South Florida.
Boise is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Boise. Hmm?
But 14 teams. You got, in my opinion, you got Miami, you got Florida State, you have Clemson guaranteed, you have North Carolina, you have Virginia. Boston College, he mentioned that. I absolutely agree with that.
What about Pitt? Pitt's interesting.
Maybe. Yeah. I do not like their stadium situation playing in there with the Steelers, but
with them, you wonder if it comes down to does Penn State want them in. They typically have not gotten along with each other.
Because they would have to get into the Big Ten if they're going to go. They're not coming to the SEC. Now, Notre Dame, that's a home run. They're absolutely in. So that. If you go to the Big 12, you have Big 12, you have
let's go back there. Louisville's interesting because they're good at basketball and they're Kentucky's rival.
Yeah.
And they're
so they could have a team.
Now with Brom.
Yeah, they've had some decent football, Jeff Brom.
Yeah.
If you let in West Virginia, you got to let in Pitt. And then
what about Vitek?
Yeah, they have to be in.
This is all interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What if the SEC says we'll go it along, we'll take all the Big 12 and all the ACC with us, and we'll leave out the Big 10?
Ooh.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny. That would be
crazy.
I don't know that it would be a good idea.
SEC though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't nearly have make enough money, but I mean, I could see something like that happening at the last second. It's like you find out, like the Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC. It's like, what? They're doing what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Ole Miss back-to-back wins in the SEC tournament after 4 conference wins this season. So,
that's
an
impressive run so far.
They're playing really good defense, and if for some reason Alabama is cold, from the outside, it could get weird. But Alabama has the ability to score so quickly.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. They run up down the court.
Are they is Bama the 3 seed?
They're the 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah. Ole Miss is playing so hard right now, so hard. And the winner of the Alabama game gets Arkansas likely.
Yeah.
It's Arkansas versus the winner of this A&M versus Oklahoma game. So likely it's Arkansas. So we'll see. I mean, it's kind of fun to see some good basketball again. Travis Perry played extremely well tonight. I'm pretty happy with what I saw there. And this is building blocks, man, for next season if they try to bring them back. If Ole Miss can play like this during the regular season, they would have beaten some people.
Mm-hmm. James Scott had 13 rebounds. That's a nice game for him, and he fouled out too.
Yeah, he fouled out.
There near the end.
Yeah, over a play that he just made a mistake. He tapped the ball out instead of grabbing it.
Be right back, guys.
And instead of doing anything, it kind of ran him into a foul.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I'd rather play a team like Tennessee in the tournament than a team that's just on a roll like Ole Miss is.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's roll up and down anyway. So, but
yeah, Auburn, like I was watching the Auburn Tennessee game, and Auburn was up like 13 points. And I was like, holy cow, the Tigers are ready to play. I walked out of the room for like 5-10 minutes, and Tennessee was up by 10. And I was like, what happened?
They could not shoot in the first half. I don't know what was wrong. But
they went on a 10-0 run at 1 point, or
20-0 run.
Wow.
At least 15, yeah.
No,
it was
absolutely nuts.
Yeah. And we're finally back to healthy too, which helps, but still. It's they're not a Final Four team or anything, but good.
Amen's good though.
Yeah, and he's the one that's been out for a while now, so I'm glad to see him back.
For sure.
Yeah,
I saw him get hurt.
It was good to see in the Ole Miss game Travis Perry play well. I've been waiting for him to play well.
Yeah.
Should be interesting. What do y'all guys have in the baseball lineup this week?
Ooh, I don't know.
A&M goes to Oklahoma.
Big
Who's
Tennessee,
good?
Georgia.
A&M's ranked, or sorry, Oklahoma I think is 11 or 13 or something, and A&M's in the 20s. And then Mississippi State, I believe, goes to Arkansas, which is a top 5 matchup. So there's some big ones. Now that conference play starting, there's some big series.
Alabama plays number 1 Kentucky.
It's Tennessee,
Alabama.
Georgia. So
Tennessee, Georgia.
Gamecocks go to
Is it in
Gainesville.
Is it in Williamsport?
it's Georgia.
Yeah. The launching pad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gamecocks Gators.
Ole Miss, Texas, and Austin. So
Nice.
Yeah, y'all got a lucky draw there.
yeah. All right. I think next week Ole Miss plays Mississippi State, or 2 weeks. I mean, their schedule this year is ridiculous. They do not get South Carolina. They do not get Missouri. Anybody that is inconsistent, just inconsistent. I'm not even going to say they're bad, just inconsistent. Ole Miss isn't getting them. It's like
Well,
Arkansas.
Gamecocks are bad.
LSU.
You can say it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Ole Miss
Many
doesn't
reasons
get
for
them.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite thing is after they lost to Queens College, there was a protest outside of the baseball office, and there was like 15 people there. And I was like quoting the Arrested Development thing. There are dozens of us.
Yes.
Dozens.
Yeah.
Millions and millions and millions.
They lost to the Norse. They lost to the Queens. Yeah.
Yeah. There's listening to the History Channel.
Yeah, they lost the History Channel.
Yeah.
That was Steve's special right there.
Mhm.
A Stephen Willis special.
Yeah, I think the Vikings might have got them this season.
Yeah.
Somebody.
All they need is the Mongols, and they're good.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the Ole Miss Georgia game was the Georgia player getting fouled on his side of the court, slinging it up towards the basket, and tried to claim he was shooting. That was my favorite part of that game.
That's what we teach him over there, Steve.
Yeah.
Know that?
Might as well give it a shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well,
Michael Scott,
Athletics.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
And Corey Burton.
Hey, Athletes Forum podcast. I had a nice crossover with Brandon Olson of Locked On Gators. If you want to check that out.
Cool.
watch it. It was a good episode. Yeah.
What was it about? Talk to me.
It's about all the changes, the new eras for both sides. You know, they're Florida and Vandy are back on the schedule. So,
you know, I question John Sumrall's decision-making ability after this.
I know where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
The honeymoon.
He said, okay, his wife's 40th birthday was over spring break, and their 15th wedding anniversary was over spring break. And he said they were planning to go to Italy, but now they're not going to Italy because he doesn't have time. He has stuff to do.
I'm too busy, is what he said.
Yeah, I am too busy. And I was like, okay. So what you're saying is you don't want 15 to turn into 20. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you might think you're being funny and everything that's going on and trying to score points with the fans. The one person you have to go home to has that in the bank.
Yep.
And it's going to come up every time there's a disagreement.
Yep, absolutely. Women never forget.
No, not on stuff like that, especially when you disrespect them in public.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a great move.
Yeah, my wife saw that and she cringed. She actually was cringing for the wife in that situation. And she told me, it's like, it's not the fact that he said it, I get it. It's the fact that he did all this in public, trying to score points with other people by disrespecting his wife. That is going to come back to get him.
Hammer, you're still in the honeymoon stage, so remember this conversation.
Yeah.
I will. I'm taking notes. Good reminder.
40th birthday. 40th birthday. You don't necessarily have to take it to Italy, but
don't cancel. Say I got too much going on.
Don't say publicly on this show that you cancel because you're too busy.
Yeah, and there's plenty of fun stuff to do in Florida.
Yeah.
Drive down to Key West one day. Do that. Make it a special moment. Today was my wife's birthday. It was a pretty decent birthday. I'm not going to say the number because I'm not going to disrespect her in person.
Right.
But it was a pretty big birthday. I took off today The only reason I'm on this podcast right now is because my wife is asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that lets you know. You got to know where your bread's buttered, and you can't go from the game changer coordinator to what the F was that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Like, just don't say anything, and then just say, "Hey," privately say, "Hey, honey, let's try to do this Italy thing later, but for now, let's just drive down to Miami or down to Naples or down to wherever."
She might understand it. She might have not wanted to go anywhere with what's going on. Don't mention it in her press conference. You don't need that to win points. You don't.
No.
Yeah, true.
It's nobody's business if you're going to Italy. Now, Italy's nice. I lived there for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful. But you don't have that. Me and my wife have made plans to go back to Italy 3 times. I've never talked to other people and said, hey, the Locked On Ole Miss podcast, we were going to go to Italy, but I got stuff to do. We're going to build this brand. No, that's stupid.
Ole Miss is making a playoff run. I can't be going to Italy right now.
Yeah. I know we said we'd go.
Trinidad, man. We can't go to Italy.
Oh, by the way, did you see that the Ole Miss lawyers put an addendum to the case that just went in?
Oh,
he was apparently a finalist to be the EA Sports cover boy for College Football 27, and they had to go a different direction because of the NCAA eligibility thing.
I did see this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's suing for damages.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And he deserves to, because that would be an honor. I don't care how the season goes. That is something that you can talk about forever. Do you think Marcus Mariota, when he was the college football cover boy way back when, he still mentions that? Mm-hmm. That's still an important thing to him. Yeah, this got stolen from Trinidad by the NCAA to score political points in Washington, D.C. No real thing about it. You cost him a cover shot of EA Sports college football.
Mm.
Brutal.
Wow.
Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
So when are you heading back, Corey?
I'll be back in town Sunday afternoon.
Okay. So you're leaving Saturday morning?
Yeah.
That's what I was supposed to be there.
2-day drive for us.
Yeah. Mr. Oh, I got to go have procedures again. It's totally inconsiderate.
Turns out, I thought God and I were close, but apparently we're not. He don't like me as much as I thought.
Yeah, you need to tell your doctor, if you're going to do something, do it right the first time.
Yeah, it's a fun conversation. He just says, everything we just did, we're going to do it all again. It's like,
dang.
Mulligan time.
Not confidence inspiring. I'm going to be honest with you.
What he just did is he snowmaned the first hole, and he walked back up to the tee box to start over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Screw this.
Just why'd it have to be my tee box?
You see images all the time of like procedures going wrong, and
they
leave a scaffold.
No, we're not doing that. Yep, not doing that.
He was happy right after doing it. Thought it all went great, but apparently not. So whatever.
It'll be fine.
You're good.
Yeah, the fact that they are taking time to do this as opposed to just trying to figure out what's going on like they were, that's actually a good sign. Yeah. But it is kind of a pain that you still have to do it. Now, Monday or Tuesday, it's basically have you ever seen like ER when they break out the paddles and go clear? They're going to put Jeb under and do that to him.
Yeah. Except weirdly enough, they put one on the front of one on the chest and one on the back and go that way instead of both on the. I guess because in an emergency situation, the person's laying down, you don't want to move them around. But
it also makes sense because the one on the left side, or like the one in their left hand, it's not over your heart or anything. It's in an odd spot where it's not really doing anything. It makes sense having both of them near the heart. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
just either side of the heart, just chucking it in.
And
so that's Monday.
In about a month, they're going to do the thing where they actually burn his heart.
Yeah, they go into an artery.
Hold on, what?
My heart. They cauterize spots on the heart. They just they go in with like a little tube and find the spot they want and just burn it.
They put a soldering iron in there, essentially.
Yeah. Slice him open, takes a cigarette, and just touches it.
Take that.
The worst part is they have to go through an artery, and the artery they choose is in your leg. So they actually cut my leg to get my heart.
Oh, gosh.
It's annoying as crap.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So that one I will be at. I will not be at the one on Monday.
Yeah, no. The Monday one is a in and out thing. I'd only be there a couple of hours.
Yeah, that's one of those things where your mom just drives you in. At this point, she's been to the hospital 4 times.
Yeah.
You go to the M. Scott and you make a right and you'll see it.
Yeah. I do fine after it. It's just I had anesthesia, so they won't let you drive. You know?
Yeah.
She don't need Waze app anymore to get her there. She knows exactly where it's at.
It's easy. It's like it's one turn.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's nice.
So
you kind of get familiar once you go to it a couple of times. Like when Cassie was down in Birmingham, like maybe the first 2 trips when I had to go down there on the weekends, I used Waze or something like that. But after that, I memorized where it was at and no problem at all. Just go.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Locked on Vandy on YouTube. That's where you can find the crossover.
Locked on Vandy. How many subscribers you up to now, Corey?
1350.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Then tomorrow I'll be at 1347, and then the next day I'll be at 1352, and then 2 days after that. That's part of the year, man. And starting in July, it'll start working again. Yeah, it will. But this part of the year is the off seasons where you make money, and the off season where you find new stuff that works. Like me, for instance, I am changing the structure of my show every day to try and find something that works. With what's going on, I've probably cut 45 seconds off the intro going in. So yeah, this time of year is about finding stuff that works for me. Well, like your intro after the video or your cold open?
The intro after the intro. Like today on the show, we talk about this, and this. As opposed to a paragraph of what's going on in each story. It's real quick. Boom, boom, boom. And you get to I moved some stuff to the start of the second segment and all of that. So the structure of the show changes. So next year by football season, it should be like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, I got to figure out the structure of the week for football season with the extra shows. So I got to figure out how I'm going to structure my week now. I think I'm just going to turn off. I think I'm just going to put my camera off and just let Jeb talk.
What I do is Monday I talk to John Forcade. On Tuesday I do a live show for 30 minutes. On Wednesday I talk to Bill Flowers. On Thursday's SEC Squad, and Friday is Michael Katz, and that is my second show all week. And then I do normal shows as it goes. Yeah.
Do you do many crossovers in season?
In season every Thursday during the regular show is a crossover.
Yeah, so we film it either after Squad or after on Wednesdays. Occasionally we film it. Occasionally we flip Thursday and Friday, depending on schedules.
No, I don't.
I've done it.
I like the pregame was a fun show. I like doing that.
Friday is always why Ole Miss wins. Thursday is the Know Your Enemy show. Wednesday is a grab bag show. Tuesday is keys, and Monday is one last look back and gambling lines.
Nice.
Steve, I got a question for you.
What's up?
I saw you mixing it up with some LSU folks on Twitter.
What?
Can you explain what's going on with this lawsuit against LSU?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It is LSU's worst nightmare right now. But awesome. I do think that everybody needs to do this. This needs to be the standard operating procedure of everybody.
Yep.
LSU is being sued by a political reporter and a couple of lawyers to get access to how much is getting paid to athletes in rev share and determining how much public money is involved in that. So basically what this is just a roster of how much everybody is getting paid.
I mean, shouldn't that be a Freedom of Information Act if it's public money?
It is, but they're trying to do something a little different, and they're going to play because they are so secretive about that, because the system is broken. If they have to do this, you're going to see a junior. Let's say, I do not know these numbers. I'm just making up numbers right now. But let's talk about a junior linebacker, Santarin Perkins at Ole Miss. Let's say he's making $1.2 million. Well, the edge they just recruited is likely around $2 million. So when those numbers come out, the junior is going to see that the freshman's making a bunch more money and not even playing. What do you think's going to happen then?
All right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that is the reason it's a big deal. That's the reason LSU fans are being extremely weird about all of this. And they're like, hey, you should we'll see if you're smiling when Ole Miss, if this happens to Ole Miss. It's like, I'm in favor of this happening to everybody. This is the next phase of the evolution of it. But it is absolutely hilarious that it's happening to you, because we know what Lane does. We know how he operates.
It is very funny. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of what I thought just from looking online what was going on, but I didn't have time to really dive in. But I did see you mixing it up in there. So I appreciate you doing the due diligence there for us.
Yeah, for some reason I just had the urge to talk some shit this week. So
and that you did.
And yeah, it's just the funny thing is the water carriers for LSU, not the real reporters, not all of that. The true water carriers are what's going on. They're working overtime right now. You're trying to gaslight that Lane Kiffin did not do something wrong by going to LSU. They are constantly trying to fight that. They wouldn't let him poach the playoffs. Oh my goodness, Ole Miss. Mean old Keith Carter picking on Lane Kiffin. They're playing that game. They're all of this other stuff's going on. Man, they're busy at the moment. The water carriers are.
Well, it's not the leaving. Leaving in itself was okay. It's the way it went down.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's how it always works with him.
Yeah. And everybody said, listen, okay. In the middle or at the beginning of November, Lane Kiffin, everybody knew it was ironclad. You can either coach in the playoffs or you can coach somewhere else, but you can't do both. The moment you chose to coach somewhere else, you made the choice to not coach the playoffs. Therefore, it's nobody's victim of them setting the rules of the game. That's called having an employer of the situation. And that is called accountability for your choices. He wanted to try and push through coaching in the playoffs, and that's the reason he held Ole Miss hostage the way he did. But it was not mean old Keith Carter. Lane Kiffin chose to go to LSU and enjoy it. You have all this money. You're basically going out to private equity, trying to make some money because you're putting all this on the credit card. Have some fun. Enjoy it because the bill's coming due.
Yeah, I wonder if this does go through, I guess, or whatever the reporters get this information, if every other school will then see a lawsuit on their table with reporters they're trying to get the same info.
There will absolutely be copycats.
Yeah.
And let's be completely honest. Let's say the SEC and the Big Ten break away and talk about that. The transparency of the rev share needs to be a condition of breaking away. Everybody's going to know how much this quarterback is getting.
Right.
We're going to actually set the market instead of letting the market raise up incrementally by $1 million every year.
Yeah.
I will be curious in that situation how much the private schools would divulge your Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, USC, BC, Northwestern, maybe Stanford if they're in. I don't know that they do. But SMU, like how much do they share? Do the other schools force them to sign that you will share this if you're going to be included.
They'd have to.
I think it should be in the membership contract.
Yeah,
I agree.
Force them into it.
Mm-hmm. And people like Notre Dame and SMU, they just want to be a part of the party, so they'll sign whatever you put in front of them.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's like, what? You want us to be? Okay, we'll sign wherever you need to.
Yeah. The two that I'd be worried about is Northwestern and Vandy because they know they have a seat at the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny it took this long for somebody to sue about this. If it is, public money and you can FOIA it because
you thought this would have happened year one of NIL.
Right. People have been asking about this for years well, how much are these kids getting paid? What's the roster value? And nobody's known, but I guess we're about to find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole thing about it is, and it took somebody to put it away because when collectives were paying, like the Grove Collective, paying an athlete, there's an NDA attached. It's a private entity. You can't FOIA it. All of that is extra. Under rev share, it is an expense of the athletic department, which is public. You can go to most universities and FOIA contracts with people doing tailgating and stuff like that. If something's going on, you should be able to have access.
You could go to our university and FOIA my emails if you wanted to right now, and they would give them to you.
Yeah. And so basically, it took a political correspondent to figure it out, but they're like, oh, these are basically contractors. They're like vendors, 1099 employees, not employee, but you know what I mean? Contracted workers. Let's FOIA the expense to them. How much are they getting paid? Because you can FOIA the public record of what the head football coach makes. Now, most of it's behind a foundation, so it can be privatized. But this stuff that's being rev shared is 100% in the athletic department. You should be able to FOIA that.
Yeah.
And like I said, once it starts, people are going to copycat and it will go over the country. It's going to be standard operating procedure that all of this is basically mandatory because it's going to happen just like FOIA is being put out at the end of the year. There'll be a certain segment. Oh yeah, I have to apply for this so we can get that and report on the salaries of the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's kind of interesting. Like I'm looking at the comment you just made, Hammer, that's what people are reporting about the LSU spending the money. It's interesting to me. Out of all of the rules we basically figure were broken with tampering and everything in the last couple of years, the one that nobody talks about is, well, there's supposed to be like the $20 million limit. Everybody's going over that. Nobody cares.
Right.
Yeah. Who's enforcing that?
And the governor of the state of the governor of the state of Louisiana sent the president of LSU to Smash Sports. That's the competing Save College Football task force that's being put together by a private equity firm. It is trying to get more money. That's how I think that they're putting stuff on the credit card right now, and there's more of a financial crisis than we know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's getting wild.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, will Louisiana uptick their taxes to make everybody pay for it at that point?
Oh, potentially. They're all ticked off because Mississippi's trying to make NIL deals tax free.
I love it. Yeah.
And Louisiana's like, oh, we're going to fall behind. It's like, it's a football game.
Yeah.
The state income tax for Mississippi is going away. This is a very temporary thing. Yeah. And they're like, hey, we need to change our whole livelihood for athletes. And I was like, okay.
Crazy.
Yes, Travis B. So Saban didn't make any progress the other day when he went to the White House. Right. Yeah. That was the biggest clown show. That was the biggest clown show and a pep rally essentially for the SCORE Act.
That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't mean.
And Trump said, we need to go back to like 2008, the way it was. And I was like, oh, my goodness. Your idea of putting – okay, buddy.
Yeah, he said he was going to put out another executive order and get everything straightened out.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, people follow those to a T.
The only people that look at that as like crap is like Army and Navy.
Yeah. Or Army and Navy, right?
Yeah. Like,
Air Force is like, oh,
Yeah.
what?
Like, oh, we were about to make some NIL.
Yeah, we can't get ahead because there's an executive order that says we can't.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, guys, what's some headlines around your team's spring practice so far? Steve, what you got? What you've been hearing?
Starts in about a week from Monday or something like that, the 23rd.
Has anybody else started? Alabama has, and
Georgia hasn't started. Vandy starts Monday, I think.
Yeah, Ole Miss could have started by now, and they would have started by now, but the winter storm caused like a 2-week delay, and they wanted the full fourth quarter program.
Yeah,
I did find an interesting one that Jake and Jeb, this relates to both of you. This one just On3 put this one out within the last couple of days, but it was QB battles watch. Both, obviously, Bama and Tennessee both on there.
Yeah.
Is Ryan Staub really in for the job, Jeb? I hadn't heard his name as much as McIntyre and Brandon.
If he wins, then we're in a bad shape. Although, I mean, I said the same thing about why am I blanking on his name? The guy who just won last year. Aguilar, yes.
Aguilar, yeah.
I said the same thing about him, and he ended up being really good. So who knows? Maybe Ryan Staub comes in and just plays really, really well. That would be great. But I think by this point, it's going to either be George McIntyre or if Faison's ready to go. That's what they have to look at.
Okay.
It's going to be a rough year, but we'll see.
I was surprised with Clemson because that roster is to me, they're kind of like Auburn was the last couple of years. The roster looks pretty good, except you look awful at QB. And Vizina's probably going to be the guy, but I mean, we all know Dabo in his battles with the portal. This is one where they should have gotten a guy, and he's gotten some guys, but they should have gotten a proven guy in the portal there.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, like Bo Prabula at Virginia.
Yeah, him and you got Prabula going against former Pitt guy Eli Holstein.
Mm-hmm.
And Chandler Morris is also trying to get another year of eligibility right now. He is trying to get a seventh year.
Oh,
yeah. He might go to Clemson.
That's what I'm saying. That's my tinfoil theory. Is this isn't for Virginia?
Okay.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
This is for Clemson.
That's two pretty good quarterbacks for Alabama, though. That should be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I think Keelan
the
Russell
headlines right now.
Jake, if
Corey, what's the report on Philo?
The report on Philo? I mean,
I wonder how he's doing.
It's going to be a real battle. I mean, they're both kind of equal right now.
If only we had an insider that had a line of communication to potentially figure out what's going on with Aaron Philo. If only we could do that.
Maybe we had a family member or something down there.
Yeah. If only we had a family member
would actually tell me.
Yeah.
That dude is media savvy, man. He won't.
Oh, I bet he is. Just so everybody knows, Corey's cousin with Buster Faulkner.
Yeah.
If you just look at us both, you could probably tell that. But
yeah.
Then again, if you look at me and Will Muschamp, you would think that, and I'm not related to him. So
that's true.
So there's that.
Well, speaking of spring practice, A&M hadn't started yet, but Texas did, and I just couldn't help but crack up at like the amount of views and positive comments. And this is not a shot at Texas fans because we all do this, but it was just I saw one clip of Muschamp yelling at people, and they were all pumped up about it. And then I saw a clip of Cam Coleman, running around against air, catching the ball, and it's like everybody's commenting like, "All right, breakout year incoming."
I gotta laugh because I saw what it says. It's a Cam Coleman electric and spring ball. I click on it. He's running on air, catching a ball that was live. What are they doing here?
Now, just to prove that they did, everybody does that. I think it was during fall camp last year. People showing Marcel Reed throwing passes on air. It's like, Marcel Reed can't throw the ball. What?
Yeah.
Every D1 skill guy looks good in shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now. Yep.
I know. Yeah, I was laughing. I saw some
three-quarter
reply on
speed
this
route on there.
Muschamp. Yeah, this Muschamp video is like, finally we got some intensity on defense.
God.
And it's like an individual drill where they're like going 3/4 speed, learning coverage techniques.
Yeah.
Didn't a year ago, not last year, the year before, didn't they have like the best defense in the country?
Yes.
Yeah, when
years
they
ago, they were
Yeah.
right,
So
when
why
they went
are
to
they
the
saying
semis.
final? Yeah, finally. Oh, we finally put it together. Yeah, the
Yeah.
same guy was calling the defense, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Paul
Pretty
Kwiatkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Did
guy.
he get hired anywhere?
Arizona Cardinals.
Oh wow.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
He went to the
Yeah,
NFL.
the NFL is known for hiring bad football coaches. That is one thing to count on.
You don't really coach. You just kind of like, okay, here's your role. Okay, go do it.
No, I think you coach because the way it works in high school is just best athlete wins. But in college, you start learning a little bit about technique. But once you get to the NFL, it's like zeroing in on technique. They're very little things that college kids, you just don't even put that on the plate with what's going on. No,
I think it's a lot at the NFL level.
You're expected to be at a certain level, technique.
Yes, you are, but they need to take you to a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take great players and make them elite. Like Aaron Donald and Pitt was really good. Aaron Donald in the NFL was unblockable. And that was because of what the coaching he got with the LA Rams. Oklahoma is beating the crap out of A&M.
What's the score?
14-6.
Dang.
A&M
who hit the bases
basketball is a bit of fool's gold.
Yeah, there was leading the SEC at one point, and then just fell apart.
Yeah, basically all of February downward trajectory in there. I mean, I think that we'll get in the tournament. We'll make the tournament, but I don't expect much.
Round of 32.
Rick and Body says they need to strike oil, by the way, in Tuscaloosa.
It's good.
And that, by the way, Rick and Bonnie, one thing, this is a very true story. The way that Alabama was formed was through area that Mississippi didn't want. The whole thing was the Mississippi territory. So they were like, hey, you can take all of this, just leave the Mississippi River and all of this to us. And the point is there's probably not any oil in
probably
Texas
not.
or in Alabama.
Yeah.
If not, Jake will be a landman and he'll buy us all.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that show has done some wonders for me.
Yeah.
I get 3 comments a week talking about how I sound like Billy Bob Thornton.
I love it.
All they've done is just transition from Sling Blade to Landman, right?
Armageddon. I mean, he plays the same character in every movie.
Bad Santa.
Man.
Bad Santa, yeah.
I haven't seen the Bad Santa one yet, but
It's pretty
hilarious.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the movie, but I haven't seen a Bad Santa reference in Steve's comments.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No,
it's always Sling Blade.
Was always Sling Blade by opposing fans, and Ole Miss fans like it would be Armageddon or just Billy Bob Thornton. But Sling Blade, that is a way of telling me that I am mentally impaired, and that's the way they do that. But I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, this idiot Stephen Willis got another take wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this breakaway thing, this NCAA thing 3 weeks ago. And and now everybody's like, whoa, what's going on with this? And you go through and look at all my stuff, man. There's receipts for days of what's going on.
Real quick before we get off, I posted something in our chat today, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but Mike, you may know what's going on more than we do. But what's going on in Chapel Hill when that, the previous quarterback said that they're having issues. He wasn't going to go to the game this year. Was it Marquise Williams, something like that posted that?
That could just
Gio
be.
Lopez was the only QB that left that I will be honest, like I have zero idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, nobody, everybody, of course, is like, Grog, what's going on? Of course, Grog don't know half the time anyway.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So that's something to keep an eye on, because I haven't heard anything besides that post today that I saw.
Yeah. I know Lopez, the QB they brought in from South Alabama that was really good there, he transferred to Wake Forest because his old coordinator is now Rob Ezell, the guy that did the Nick Saban impersonation. He's the OC at Wake Forest now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's great.
That is great.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
And Max Johnson has his 7th year of eligibility too, a former he was A&M, North Carolina. Now he's going to Georgia Southern. Yeah, LSU. He's going to Georgia Southern.
Wow. Yeah, he played against Ole Miss at LSU and at A&M.
Mm-hmm. And Jake, his brother, the tight end, is transferring to Auburn.
Oh, wow.
And that will be his 3rd school.
I was always surprised he didn't do much at UNC. I mean, I guess they've been a complete wreck, but he had a decent year at A&M before he left. Like, I think he's got a little bit of juice. I could see him doing something for Auburn.
Auburn brought in 2 good tight ends, him and then Arliss Borningham, who was good at Florida, was at Bowling Green last year, hurt the whole year, didn't play a snap. Now is transferring to Auburn.
Well, you got to wonder who's running that team there at Chapel Hill, whether it's Bill Belichick or Jordan. So
yeah.
And now Bobby Petrino's the coordinator.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino's our coordinator. So it's just a clown fest up there right now.
They're going to cheer competitions. That's what they're doing. They're
scouting
time at the cheer gym.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If things don't go right for them this year, I think year 2 could be it for Bill.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It may be.
And I think it would be framed as I'm going to retire. I don't know that they would publicly fire him. I think it's, hey, buddy, do this or else, and he would do it.
Yeah.
Corey, we're past 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes, Corey.
Oh, 2 minutes. All right. Well, thank you for watching SEC After Dark, coming to you live from Naples this week. I shall be returning home this week, so I'll be back to normal, whatever normal is, next week, and that'll be great. Mike Huseman, off-season After Dark, just absolutely crushing it, and he'll be back on Locked On Vandy, be back next week as well. Hammer, one half of Biscuits and SEC. The other is Boss Man Not Pictured. He's in the little Not Pictured like you see in the yearbook. Biscuits and SEC just continue to absolutely steamroll the competition. So glad you're with us. Jake Thomas, your double shot of Alabama. For now, that I don't know if he's going to rebrand or not, but for now, it's double shot of Alabama, Bama After Dark, and Tide Talk Live with Stacey Blackwood. Almost blanked on that for a second, dude. Jake, if you're an Alabama fan, you want to keep up with this quarterback battle, go check out Jake. He'll give you all the answers, all the insight on that. I think it's going to be Keelan Russell. That's who I think it's going to be. All right, that's my prediction. I don't know if we're going to know that prediction until we. And
I'm on Mac on that one. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's definitely Mac. Okay. Jeb Beecham. He's a dude. I think you could start a vast array of podcasts at this point. Medical dramas, movies, any Taylor Sheridan themed podcast, whatever you want to do, the 1883, 1923
Goated Beards,
which 1923 was essentially a snuff film. I'm still angry about that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that was, I watched, I was like, oh,
yeah, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's so many storylines you could have followed, and you went there. And that was Stephen Willis.
Real quick, did y'all see the Titans uniforms released?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I saw they released. I've not seen them officially. Mm-hmm. I need to look.
They are not the Houston Oilers. They are very inspired by the Houston Oilers, and they look really good.
Good to know. And that's Stephen Willis. He is the most watched Ole Miss podcast out there. I about said he's the most watched Locked On Ole Miss podcast. Like there's multiple of them, but he is the most watched Ole Miss podcast out there. Be sure to check him out. I think he's up to like 17 billion subscribers. I think he just surpassed Pitbull on the all-time streaming list. So you're in good hands there with Locked On Ole Miss. I'm telling you,
now you're going to have Miami fans in my comments.
Hey, you need them all, man. 17 billion, you get them all. I'm sure some Boise State fans are going to jump in because I think
we talked about Pitbull on the most recent offseason After Dark because FIU's Pitbull Stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
True, they are.
Yeah. Oh. Is that the first stadium named after an artist?
Yeah, he paid the naming rights for. Yeah.
Technically, Marshall Stadium is named after an opera singer from like the 40s, if we're counting them as artists. So, yeah.
So not the first. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, here you go, Corey.
Oh, those are
sick, I like those.
Mm-hmm.
Those are sick. I like the crest. It's so simple.
Are the helmets staying the same, just different colors?
It's the Tennessee Titans logo without the flames. So it's just the flag circle with a T. And yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the TriStar crest with the T. And then is it what you said? It's white helmet?
White helmet, white face mask.
Those are sick, dude. Those are absolutely filthy. I love the freaking blue jerseys.
Yeah.
Those are guitar strings on the sleeves, right?
Probably. That good grief, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Tyler Rowland is very pumped up about that.
USA USA World Baseball Classic better get their act together. They should also them not be.
Yeah, they got Canada. They got Canada tomorrow. So
yeah,
no pressure. All right, we're gonna get out of here.
The good news is, I think the Italy game was fixed because now USA versus Japan is set up on different sides of the bracket.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
Shohei versus the United States in the finals.
So,
yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, we are SEC After Dark. Make sure you join us every week as we talk about all kind of stuff and mostly off the rails at this point as we charge this train off the tracks heading towards football season. And we'll see you back here next week. Go Dogs, anchor down.
Go Vols.
Howdy toddy.
Bro Todd.
Dig 'em.
Boomer Sooner.
In stream.